Hello everyone, this is Michelangelo from Clutters Machines, and this is a small tutorial on how to flash the two new firmwares on Sibilla in order to use it in conjunction with the new expander module EXP-FX. So EXP-FX is an expander module for Sibilla, and it has no microcontroller on its back, and it's only controlled by the DAISY on the back on Sibilla. So in order to use it, we need to flash two new firmwares on our DAISY. Before we begin, we'll need three things to perform the update: a Sibilla, of course, a micro USB cable, and our laptop. Now, there are two ways to update your Sibilla, and both ways work great if you need to flash the new firmware for the EXP-FX module, or if you simply need to update your Sibilla with the latest firmware available. You can use the Sibilla Web Programmer, a dedicated environment on our website, or the DAISY Web Programmer created by the guys from Electrosmith, the maker of the DAISY. Now, the Sibilla Web Programmer is by far the easiest way to flash new firmwares on Sibilla, since you don't need nor to download any firmware or select any platform, so we'll start with this one. So in order to reach the Sibilla Web Programmer, let's first go to our website cluttersmachines.com, and from here let's click on Support, Sibilla DSP Platform, and Sibilla Web Programmer. There is also a direct link on the product page, by the way, and we'll also leave a link in the description here down below. If you are looking for some written documentation on how to flash the new firmwares, you can simply also click on the small question mark here in the top right corner of the page. For your future reference, here you'll find all the steps we are going to talk about in this video. So let's connect Sibilla to our laptop via USB. Now, on the back of the DAISY, let's hold the boot button, press and release reset, and release boot. Now, on the Sibilla Web Programmer, click Connect and select DFU in FS mode in the pop-up window and click Connect again. Let's scroll down to the bottom on the page and click Flash Bootloader Image. And let's wait for the progress bar to finish. Okay, now back on the DAISY, we need to enter the bootloader mode. To do that, press and release reset and then press and release boot. You will see a red LED start flashing. That's the sign we have successfully entered the bootloader mode. So now back into the Sibilla Web Programmer, let's click Connect again. And now click DAISY Bootloader. Click Connect. Let's select the firmware we want to flash, for example FX. Here you have a small description of the firmware, and now click Program. And we are done. We have just programmed Sibilla with the FX firmware, so we can now use it in conjunction with the new expander module. So another way to program your Sibilla is to use the DAISY Web Programmer. You'll find a link to the DAISY Web Programmer in the description down below. So first, we need to download our new firmware. To do that, let's go on our GitHub page, EXP-FX, also a link in the description down below. Let's move on to the release section, and from here you can just download the bin files. So now let's open the DAISY Web Programmer, and the procedure is very similar to the one used for the Sibilla Web Programmer. So let's connect Sibilla to our laptop. Let's click Boot, click and release reset, and release boot. Now on the Sibilla Web Programmer, let's click Connect, select DFU in FS mode, click Connect again, scroll down to the bottom of the page, click Advanced, and Flash Bootloader Image. And now let's wait for the progress bar to finish. Okay, now we need to enter the bootloader mode. So again, click and release reset, and then click and release boot. And let's wait for the red LED to flash. Now click Connect, Daisy bootloader, connect again. Now click on choose file and select the firmware we have just downloaded from the GitHub page. Let's use, for example, the X firmware now. Let's click open and click program. Now Sibilla is running the X firmware and we can now use it in conjunction with the new expander module. So these are the two ways you can use to update your Sibilla or to use it in conjunction with the expander module EXP-FX. So if you have any question, don't be afraid to ask us and drop us an email at support@cluttersmachines.com. Bye.